Hey, I'm walking here.
Walking to ETHGlobal NYC to hack on Flow, and there's 20K up for grabs.
Just like that totally non-AI generated New Yorker just said, Flow is coming in hot for our ETH NYC. We have 20K in bounties, which is the largest bounty pool at the hackathon. And we have 3 core streams. The first is, if you've hacked on Flow before, you're super familiar with it, the best killer app potential in the network. Now, for this, we are looking for consumer-oriented apps that have the power to really lead and define entire industries. They solve real pain points, and it could be gaming, it could be AI agents, it could be DeFi. It's a very broad theme. Think about what ChatGPT did in terms of making AI accessible to hundreds of millions of people. It was the fastest adopted technology ever. What does the blockchain version of that look like? How could you solve a problem that everyday people face? So think about it that way, whether it's RWA, social apps, very, very broad, but think about what is something that a lot of people are struggling with that I could utilize decentralized technology to solve. The second one is the best cross-chain DeFi protocols on Flow. You know, interoperability really is the future. We're seeing more and more chains embrace that. We want to see you get super creative in coming up with new cross-chain DeFi solutions. And you think about things like, again, make it consumer-centric. You could do things like embrace account abstraction and walletless onboarding or gasless experiences by sponsoring transactions for the end users. These things really go a huge, long way to making apps usable by the average Joe. And last but not least, we're looking for builders that want to find their flow state. Everyone that's going to be building on Flow and deploying a contract is going to be a winner in some way, shape, or form. We're going to have a $10,000 split prize pool that's split between everyone who's hacking on our stream, so that you could go away with something and know that, hey, you ran your flow state and you were rewarded. Now, what exactly is Flow? We're a layer 1 blockchain built for consumer apps that want to scale to billions of users, right? We're pretty much the consumer chain, and we have 2 virtual machines, 2 VMs. One is EVM and one is Cadence. You can code during this hackathon on either. On the EVM virtual machine, you can essentially use all your favorite Solidity and EVM tool stacks or toolings. You could use Hardhat, Brownie, ApeWorks. You could use our version of Etherscan or our Block Explorer. You can use, any IDE that you're familiar with writing in Solidity. It works off the bat, and it's as easy to deploy as pretty much any EVM L2 that you're familiar with, or L1 like Ethereum. Now, when I say we're home to consumer apps, what I mean is there are over 50 million accounts of users using things like NBA Top Shot, collecting digital collectibles, or NFL All Day, or Disney. These are brands and IPs that everyday people grew up with and love, and they're built on Flow, or they choose to build on Flow. They have such energized communities, whether they're in sports, whether they're in digital collectibles, whether they're in DeFi. By building on Flow, you could really tap into that community. What other reasons might you have for building on Flow? Well, last month alone, builders got over $500,000 in funding through various opportunities, whether it's through grant programs, whether it's through hackathons that we've been a part of and that we helped mentor projects in. And this really goes a lot of way. When it comes to builder support, we really want to offer builder support that you can't really find anywhere in Web3. And that's something we've heard again and again from builders. Very personalized, always offering various different opportunities to index with the team, whether it's through weekly office hours on Thursdays or direct follow-up post-hackathon to help you get to the next level and really move the needle for what you're building. TVL has been massively skyrocketing, especially in this last year. Over the last several months, we've seen all-time highs again and again. This makes it really easy to tap into if you're building a DeFi protocol or you need liquidity on-chain. We have a strong founder support culture. Most of the team members in our DevRel team are former startup founders themselves or have worked as founding team members at unicorn startups. So everything from helping you with pitch training to fundraising to getting your project on mainnet and your first 100 or 1,000 or million users, we're here to support you in making that happen. Like I mentioned about being the home of consumer Web3, just a couple examples. Disney recently announced that they were doing a 50 million mint, a 50 million person mint eligible to 50 million Disney Plus subscribers on our network. In addition to that, Ticketmaster, who a lot of us are familiar with, if you've ever watched The Lion King or Phantom of the Opera in an actual theater, you probably used it. There's 100 million plus assets from them living on chain that you could do a lot of cool stuff with. We invite builders to join the Flow World Tour and get support from hundreds of other top builders as well as explore regular builder opportunities. We built out exclusive builder perks where you could get discounts on everything from Alchemy. We're in discussions to see if we could help on the LLM side as well. And there's over half a dozen that you can get today by choosing to build on Flow. We'll also be doing an airdrop during the hackathon to give funds to builders so that they could actually bring their project to mainnet before the end of ETHGlobal NYC hacking. In addition to that, I will be working with the team to deliver an in-person workshop, really showcasing some of the unbelievable features that are unique across Web3 that you could do on our network. So if you're going to be there in person, please definitely check it out. Last but not least, I want to introduce you to a massive opportunity called the Flow Store. So the Flow Store is a way to help you access massive new distribution opportunities. First-time founders, and you don't have to be a founder. Like a lot of people just love, experimenting with different tools, going from hackathon to hackathon. But if you do want to create something that scales or launch a startup or get 1,000, 100,000 users, we help you with this store in a lot of different ways. One of them is, I'll give a little bit of an analogy. First-time founders tend to really focus on product and funding. Second-time founders focus on distribution. So this is a huge opportunity to help feature the app that you make, whether it's a game, whether it's a DeFi protocol that everyday users could earn, whether it is digital collectibles, right? We're going to work with the top projects and see if we could feature them here and drive some of that 50 million accounts and users that are using these everyday consumer apps towards what you built. And just to give an example, one of the premier token launch pads on Flow, which is called very creatively, Pump.flow. These guys actually came out of the ETH Singapore hackathon. And within a couple months, they went live and they got hundreds of thousands of dollars in funds going through their platform within months of launching and being featured on the store. And we've also seen similar skyrocketing stories for other ecosystem projects, whether it's RWA with BZ and so on and so forth. So again, so many different opportunities to make you where you're at as a builder. We wait to see you in NYC. Let's build.
This city makes you just want to go